eviscerate that pack. We did our best. You know, it got a little bit more sketchy towards the end, but by and large, for the most part, we're managing quite well. Can't be too upset about that. Let's go back to Curari. Slow you, my friend. I think the slow is going to wear off, so we just re-up it there. And holy moly, Evo up to 16. I guess a bit overkill now that we're no longer wearing the evocable invisibility, but that's fine. Oh, the one with the Cataplebis? Oh yeah, that was beautiful, to say the least. I mean, more stealth gives us stronger backstabs, but we're already kind of getting to the point where it's very much a coin flip, whether or not that matters or does anything for us. Well, I got a ranged manual at some point, so we have +7 to range. Okay. That's quite feasible to be the avenue that we end up taking here. Not too shabby. I think for the moment, let's just get something on, so we'll put on dodging, so we can check through the rest of our equipments here. Evocation is probably decent. And I am going to do a quick check. I look up Dithmenos here. Let's try that again. DCSS Dithmenos. I was just on this page, but now it's not working for me. I feel like the crawl wiki has been pretty up and down lately in terms of accessibility. But I guess we're just gonna wing it. The main thing I was curious about, and was hoping to potentially confirm or deny, was whether we have much to gain from training invocations. Specifically, not regarding the usable abilities, Shadow Step, Shadow Form, and the like, but instead I was curious about the Umbra. If the Umbra gets stronger, not in size, but in actual effectiveness, then Invo is definitely something I could see myself wanting to do a little bit more training of. But hey, I guess we'll wait and see. Might not become too much of an issue here. Beast Talisman of the Fletcher. Willpower, resist poison, and resist electricity. I mean, Beast Talismans are not good by any stretch. But it's interesting. Guess it's easy to activate here, and if it gives us those other effects. Because what does this one get rid of? Gloves, cloaks, headgear, and boots. If we really need willpower, the issue is that it's not instant to transform, so it's not exactly a panic button solution to getting access to any of those resistances. So maybe not ideal. I feel like this is a puzzle game of trying to figure out the most optimal way to get unlimited backstabs. We got pretty close. I mean, one slipped through without any backstab damage, but the rest of them definitely got puzzled into the equation, so that was fantastic. In fact, how am I doing for stealth? Okay, we're on to the victory lap up the tick marks there. So getting closer and closer to maxing out. I might as well almost max out at this stage. So the one thing I am potentially thinking about doing on this character is trying to use stealth, not just in the most obvious fashion, that being backstabs and, you know, approaching monsters to get that free backstab damage off, but later in the game, you can actually use it to do a decent job of ninjaing runes or even the orb itself. And so if we can get our stealth to a comfortable level, then potentially we don't have to fight our way through Zot, and instead can just get a little bit lucky, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. Invo affects the shadow form only from what you see. What a shame. A crying shame that is, because I'd like to train it a bit more if it affected the Umbra and gave us slightly better stealth, especially if it allowed us to switch into a bit of a better armor set while still retaining our incredible stealth abilities. But hey, it is what it is. And so, where does that leave us here? I mean, I don't have a whole lot that I currently want to train. At some point, we'll probably be wanting long blades, but I think this plus 12 short sword will actually carry us for the moment here still, so it's not something we need to immediately consider. So maybe back to turning on fighting. Again, more HP, even on a lower health species like this, still always a pretty dang good thing, so I don't have too much of an issue taking that route. And then Evo, if we could just get a rechargeable evocation item, and then I will likely immediately start trying to max that out. Or not necessarily all the way to max, but just turn it on for the foreseeable future and try and get some more advantages into the books. Plus one hat, no thank you. Currently have a cool helmet that looks great. Not exactly the most traditional stabber looking helmet here, but as long as we're able to move around without it clanking and clomping about, then I don't see why that would be a problem. And let's see. Voodoo, this was the scroll that we almost died for. And it's enchant weapon. I mean, enchant weapon's not bad. I can't be too upset about that. It'll be better if and when I get a weapon that I'd like to enchant, of course. But that's fine. And man, yeah, whenever we get those full clears of packs of enemies, it's hard to look down on the stealth approach here. Pretty dang fantastic. Okay, we need a bit more inventory clear. Dagger of Protection can go. Guess that is that for now. We should actually be wearing a secondary ring. Kind of forgot about that for the moment. We could actually head back now for that ring of protection, or more fittingly, or more accurately, we'd be going to Orc to try and just pick up a nice amount of money immediately. I mean, Lair is also going pretty well for us. So let us potentially stay here for the moment. Oh me, oh my. Oh baby, a triple to a sextuple there. Holy moly. Ah, Rupert. I don't think a backstab will kill you, but I'm still kind of tempted to try it out here. The plus 12 short blade. I mean, if I do get it, it'll be incredible. So let's see. I mean, it gets you pretty dang close to dead. That much we can say for sure. Unfortunately, I don't have great wands. If I had, like, Ice Blast, that'd be what I wanted. We do have Shadow Form. So let's remind ourselves. Well, in the form, we're invisible and immune to poison, draining, and torment. All incoming damage is halved, and we bleed smoke on any attacks. We have infinite willpower. But our damage is also cut in half, and we don't have much maximum health. So it's definitely an option. What I'm potentially thinking of, though, is we could use one blink to gain a bit of ground and then try our hand at a few wand blasts here. Yeah, no chance do we paralyze you, but blowing your mind, 42%, it's not too bad. So let's see how this goes. If I blink up here, blow your mind, you resisted it. Oof. Can I take even a single hit from you? 60 on the hit. I should have actually started by trying to swing a couple times on our side. Oh me, oh my. We just missed you. Did we miss you multiple times or just in the end there? My shadow did hit them at some point, still didn't do quite enough. This is, again, where I was thinking to myself, if only we had some guaranteed damage output, like an Ice Blast. I mean, 2d19 Wand of Flame is not horrible. I hate using another blinking here. I could go Shadow Form. Oh, never mind, 92% failure. I cannot go Shadow Form. Curari, yes, that's actually something I should have done right after using the first Blinking Scroll. 69% chance to hit, and we miss both times. Yikes. Oh, and never mind, you're poison resistance. Oh no, folks. Well, in the essence of trying to ensure somewhat of survival, even though it's not ideal, I'm going to blink out again. And then, what can we do here? So in order to Shadow Step, it has to be to within attack range of another enemy. We're kind of stepping into their shadow more than anything else. Right, we have a Vocable Blink. Oh, I should have used that. What am I doing with my life? I mean, chance we end up next to them, I guess, and die. So at the end of the day, in trying to do our best to survive, I'm actually not too upset by that in retrospect. Oh me oh my. Well, we could just Wand of Flame. Is that all we've got here? 2d9 damage? Is that everything we bring to bear at the end of it all here? 45% chance to hit me is way better than I would like. I probably should have just left, but it was fun getting in that stab. And anyway, I shouldn't speak like that until we can confirm or deny we get out of here in one piece. I mean, if I can just succeed on this flip, it will pretty much one-shot you. Perfect. Never doubt in my mind. Holy moly. Well, we burned an absurd amount of Blink Scrolls to do it, but we killed Rupert. So again, more fun than it was practical by any means, but it was quite fun. So worth it if I ask you. Exactly. No, same if you ask me. Had a good time, and that's what we're really here for at the end of the day. I mean, how often do you get to do that? Exactly, and I was hoping that we could get the one shot off. I mean, potentially if I hadn't dropped my dagger, using the dagger might have been a one shot because the damage multiplier on backstabs is quite a bit better with a smaller dagger, but that is fine. We got close enough for it to feel pretty dang good. And this was plus 12, the damage was pretty good anyway. That's true, I guess the plus 12 base damage, I'm curious how all the numbers work out there. And hey Rotil, how's it going? Hope you and the birds are doing well, my friend. And Scrolls of Immolation, that's not super useful by any means. You know what, I think now is when I'm actually going to head to the Orcish Mines. We're going to see how things are looking over on this side of life, shall we? Restart Poison should do a decent amount of work here. And we're definitely getting a nice amount of gold under our belt. So I do love that. If I can get the backstab on Nergal, perfect, no problem whatsoever. In fact, if I could just get backstabs on everyone. Oh, I spoke too soon. Whoopsie daisies. That is fine. We can potentially even just leave here. Kind of got exactly what I was hoping for, so let's head up. We're gonna grab, excuse me. I believe it was this shop here. Let's grab the Ring of Protection, because I think that will be nice to have for the moment here. We don't need cold resistance on all the time, so bringing our AC up to 15 is a pretty huge jump there. Lovely. Birds are great to sit on top of your monitor. Oh, very cute. Perfect, but with that, we should be able to head back to Lair now. Slightly more defensible state. Ooh, oppressive heat around us. Oh, if only I'd known, I would have picked up protection from fire ring while we were there too. I mean, we do have the robe of resistance, so we might actually be able to check out this volcano. For the moment, let's just continue perusing about as we were. Oh, unfortunately the Hydra's awake. Backstabbing the Hydra would have been a lot of fun too. Ooh, rumble of rocks very nearby, you say? Let's check into here. It could actually be this little area as well. Okay, not quite as many free stabs as I was hoping for there, but enough for sure. Okay, we're still seeing very nearby. I'm guessing it's right above us here. This looks... Don't mind me. Ships passing in the night. Love to see it. Okay, this is a volcano entrance. Hey, volcanoes suck most of the time anyway. Hey, I like to at least take a peek. What can I say? I'm a bit of a loot goblin, so at the end of the day, there's even a small, minuscule chance that we can find something in here that's worth our while. Then I will risk life and limb to see it done. Let's do it. You're playing Stardew to wind down a Sunday night. It's a good day. It does sound like a wonderful way to end your weekend. Oof, toenail golems. Why are there a bunch of toenail golems? 13 max damage. 58 health. Huh. I'll catch fire. You're also on the Torinski and Stardew wind down plan. Highly effective. Love to hear it. I actually need to get back to Stardew at some point. I haven't played since the new update. I think I'd have fun with the new farm setup. Get an early chicken coop and the like. Okay, well, so far so good here. Not so much on the loot front. It's all trashed here or there, but I'm able to just sneakily gander my way from door to door here. Excuse me, pardon me. Don't mind me. Just a little guy coming to check in on all of y'all. Perfect. And ooh, a water source deep in the volcano. Living the life of luxury here. A hot tub, I would assume. Holy. Okay. Well, this is fantastic, as long as this buddy doesn't wake up. 52% chance to banish me. But 0% when you're dead, so love to see it. What do we want to trade next here? Again, I'm kind of at the end of my rope. We're looking pretty good, and I can't quite see what this run will be transitioning to for the late game. So it leaves me in a bit of a conundrum, to say the least. I mean, throwing would be nice to train, because then we could at least start using boomerangs and make our darts slightly more effective. Some more Evo. I mean, definitely at some point. Again, right now, with just my wands, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Mind Burst wand did kind of save our bacon shortly prior to this. So maybe there's something to be said for that, but otherwise, I'm still holding out hope that we will, in the near future here, find ourselves with a rechargeable evocable, or slightly more useful evocable at least. 47% chance to paralyze you. Let's just go for it and go for the backstab. Play it safe with a 7-headed Hydra. That's a few too many heads for our sub 100 health buddy here. Oh, hey, Nessos. You, my friend, your biggest weakness is you do not have willpower. So we will gladly take advantage of that. Get off the early paralyze. You know, let's make sure we don't get petrified while fighting yaks, even though we'd likely be okay. Still worth it to play it a little bit on the safe side there. And speak of the devil. Get a little bit of petrifying action going. Get a stone to flesh scroll stat. And not too shabby. And we're almost cleared through layer 4 here. And things have been going fairly dang smoothly. In fact, I would argue more smoothly than I was expecting they would on this character. Because I was ready for things to get a little bit rough and a little bit risky here. But fortunately, our damage output is such that we haven't had huge issues getting all the positive energy one could possibly want, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, we've kind of already got that covered. Turns out oak plants, not the most observant of critters in the world here, so we will definitely capitalize on that, get some nice backstabs off. Wonderful. Okie dokie, well, I probably don't bother going down to layer 5. I know a lot of times we at least peek our heads down, say hello. I don't know if we'll do so on this character. There are quite a few things that could get uncomfortably close to one-shotting us. I guess, something, you know, as homing and hawing what we wanted to train here, I should actually get some info, at least to the point where Shadow Form is castable. So, you know, either in an emergent situation, or if we just want to fool around and experiment with it and see what all the fuss is about, then we at least have it as an option. Yeah, I think we'll not worry too much about layer 5. Do we go out to regular dungeon or to orc? Is where I find myself torn between at the moment. I might actually just head to orc. I guess... Oh, I accidentally walked down into orc. There was this orc knight that we were fighting earlier, so that's the one thing to keep an eye out for. I mean, turns out, never mind. We're totally fine, which I'd hope so, because we're going to be facing a whole lot worse than that as we make our way down into the second floor. But a good little proof of concept. Oh, if I can get the backstab. Yes. Hell yeah, brother. Sorry, Rug. But such is life. Can I use this? Oops, let's try that again. Double sword is, I think, usable even with our tiny frame here. Layer 5 should be fine, especially if we have evocable invis. Well, yeah, we haven't been wearing the invis, but I guess we could swap back into it for the layer 5. But I'm more than happy to switch over to orc for now. Let's see what our shops have here and if there's anything that might change the game plan. But we could transition into using long blades late game here. Double sword of Holy Wrath has a certain ring to it for sure. And not just because it looks like a tuning fork. Let's just try to remember that that is there. And know that we have a potential option for a few.